Friday, September 7th, 2012, volume 135, number 133 of the Evening Telegram, St. John's, Newfoundland. We have a little article in here, Waiting on the Hurricane. And it says here, the Commons satellite image taken September 6th of Hurricane Leslie left and Hurricane Michael right, both located south of Newfoundland, Labrador, which is obscured by clouds at the top center of the image. That's Hurricane Leslie. That's Hurricane Michael. Two of them in the same picture. Anyway, this is a little write-up that they had in the Telegram. It said the path of Category 1 Hurricane Leslie was uncertain as of Thursday, but hasn't stopped municipalities from preparing for its potential arrival. After going through Igor, it's still in your mind because that was a hard bath with wind and rain, said Trinity Bay North Mayor Brendan Peters, who hopes Leslie, located south of Bermuda as of Thursday, avoids the province altogether. We got to keep our fingers crossed and hope for the best, he said. According to meteorologist Chris Fogarty, manager at Canadian Hurricane Centre in Dartmouth, Nova Scotia, Hurricane Leslie is barely moving and is expected to gradually intensify over the next 3 days. He said the slow speed at which it's moving creates uncertainty as to what path it will take as it moves north. It could very well not even affect North Atlantic Canada, he said. That represents the extreme range of scenarios when you're dealing with a storm that's stalled. Fogarty said the hurricane could reach Newfoundland by Tuesday at the earliest. Various fronts moving from the west will likely play a role in determining how the hurricane is guided. These weather features outside of the hurricane are very important to predicting its course. The track and the rainfall intensity, he said, noting a front that merged with Hurricane Igor in 2010 was the key ingredient to its devastating rainfall. Hurricane Michael not expected to affect the province. Hurricane Igor is considered to be among the worst storms to ever hit the province. States of emergency were declared in dozens of communities as a result of heavy wind and rainfall. Upwards of 200 millimeters of rainfall crashed down on the Buchans and Bonavista peninsulas. The water that came that day, nobody saw the like of that before, even the oldest people around, said Peters. On Thursday, Peters and the town manager from Trinity Bay North inspected culverts in the community, making sure that they were not clogged. He said many repairs have been made in the community since Igor hit. The last of those repairs is due to start next week on a bridge near the power station in Port Union. Fogarty expects to see more movement with Leslie today, adding it's hoped that the Canadian Hurricane Centre will know more that day or Saturday on how the storm will track in relation to Atlantic Canada. Earlier this year, the Hurricane Centre said warmer than average water temperatures surrounding the Atlantic provinces could help storms maintain their strength as they pass through the region. On Thursday, Fogarty said warm water is a factor for the offshore, though waters closer to land, south of Newfoundland, are cooling. If the hurricane were to merge with a front, he said water temperatures could be less of a factor for determining a storm's intensity. Along the southern coast of Newfoundland, moderate surf conditions are expected over the next few days as a result of the hurricane. There's nothing major in terms of threats from the waves yet, because we're so far away, but it just gives you an idea of how large and far-reaching the perturbation of the storm has on the ocean, says Fogarty. Hurricane Michael, a Category 3 storm that's 1/3 the size of Leslie, is currently located east of its larger counterpart. According to the Canadian Hurricane Centre, it is not anticipated it will affect Atlantic Canada. Meanwhile, on Thursday, Municipal Affairs Minister Kevin O'Brien issued a news release that criticized St. John's East MHA George Murphy for spreading inaccurate information about hurricanes. The minister responsible for fire and emergency services claimed Murphy has said Newfoundland and Labrador experienced an average of 7 hurricanes annually. O'Brien said weather experts have determined an average of 2 storms of tropical origin make landfall in Canada on an annual basis, with an average of 2 to 3 affecting offshore waters. The release said the average number of annual hurricanes for the entire Atlantic Basin is 7 to 9 storms. The Atlantic Basin consists of the Caribbean, Central America, Mexico, and United States, and Canada. So there you go. Thought I'd let you see this little clip in an Evening Telegram for Friday, September 7th. And we'll have to see over the next few days what transpires with this hurricane. But like here, Hurricane Igor, I'll be recording some of it anyways, as much as I can of the hurricane, the wind and the rain, flooding if there's anything on the go.